What up, everybody? You know how it is, y'all. I'm Miss Marjon. Welcome to another episode of the Convo with Miss Marjon. Make sure you follow me on social media. But before we get started, I just want to give you a quick little intro or of what we're going to be covering or what I'm going to be covering today. I'm going to give you my 60-pound challenge check-in and life update. We're going to talk about peace in the midst of the storm. Okay, in the midst of chaos, should I say. Also, real talk about unanswered questions and conflicting situations. All right, and we're going to throw in a little bit of faith, discipline, and personal growth within this talk. All right, y'all. So, you know how we do. I'm going to go ahead and play that amazing intro, and then we're going to come back and we're going to have a what? A conversation, y'all. Let's go. What's up, everybody? This is your girl, Miss Marjon. Decided to come on live during the lunch hour break most of y'all are on and everything. I am working remotely from home, so that's why I decided to pop in on y'all. Got my co-host behind me, Mr. Bentley. He's, being nosy, trying to see what I'm doing. But anyway, before we get started, just some quick rules or whatever. If you want to be a guest on my podcast or you want to sign up for the workshop that I'm going to be offering sometime this summer, probably June, please go to the website, my website, which is Linktree, is linktr.ee/Miss Marjon. All right. And on there, you'll see other podcasts that I've done for clients. I'll probably be uploading some more as time goes on. Also, when I was on the Drew Barrymore show, as well as interviews I've done here locally in the Michigan area. And also, like I said, to be a guest and also to sign up for the workshop. All right. Also, if you feel led, since I am live, drop a comment, y'all. I need to get my phone out and everything so I can go ahead and pull up and see what some of y'all are saying. I should have did that earlier, right, y'all? But hey, I was having a senior moment. So hey, we'll do it right now, right? Okay, so I got it on here. I'm live. Okay. Okay, we doing it right now. Okay, good. Okay, yeah. Okay, you see me. You see what I'm doing, y'all. Okay. All right, but anyway, y'all, go ahead and drop. Yeah. Okay, you see me. You see what I'm doing, y'all. Okay. All right. All right, had it all going on. Anyway, so I can see your comments. Go ahead and drop that as well. So let's go ahead and get right into the nitty gritty of things. It's already 4 minutes to pass. 60-pound challenge check-in and update. You know, I love to be real and raw with y'all. Let me scooch up a little bit here. Where am I? So I'm in the 240 still. All right. Sort of on target, a little behind because I got 2 weeks and a half. All right, because it is now April 14th. So I literally have about 2 weeks and a day to lose almost about 8 pounds. Okay. Now, some people are probably like, is that even going to be doable, Miss Marjon? Is that it is. It is. But with some work, I've told y'all before, it's 2 years. Y'all, this month marks 2 years I had the gastric bypass surgery. 2 years. Also back on Ozempic, which is not only a medicine used for diabetes, but also good for weight loss. All right. So my doctor was like, that way you can control your glucose, but also lose some weight at the same time. All right. You see the commercials. They're just advertising like crazy for all these different GLP 12s. Well, I don't know, whatever. You know what it is. weight loss shots and stuff. And then you got other people talking about, if you don't want to do a shot, here, take this pill. Hey, whatever works. All right. So here's the moment of truth. You know how I do. Right here in front of me, I was just looking at it before I logged in, is my little living a balanced Christian life model. And in it, y'all, you know, I got my 60-pound challenge. Okay, so I got a plan. But like so many of y'all know what I'm talking about, man. I know y'all know what I'm talking about. It's hard to follow it because life be life. And that's why in this episode, I'm going to be talking about peace in the midst of chaos and real talk, unanswered questions, and conflicting situations. It's not about making excuses, it's just being real. So that's why I check in and I update. You know, I'm telling you, life be life. And you do intend to go to the gym. You do intend, if you don't make it to the gym, trying to get in 6 to 8 steps, 10, 6 to 8,000 steps, what is that? A day, 80 ounces, 60 ounces of water, you know, you're trying to stay motivated while everything else is falling the heck apart. All right. So I'm still on track. I'm not behind, but it's getting real, real close, y'all. And here's the thing. I am not going to be a hater of myself. I'm not going to be my number one enemy. I'm going to be my number one motivator because y'all know it's so many people out there that want to see you fail. Now, here's the thing. The reason I'm so strategic, the reason I started this 60-pound challenge back in February, because I knew I am a sun person, sun baby, whatever. I love the sunshine, natural life. If I could, I'll live someplace warm, if you know what I mean. But it is what it is. But I love when spring and summer comes. Those are my favorite seasons. So I am so excited to get out, get walking. I am a very active type of person anyway, maybe even hyper if you want to call it that. So I don't mind getting out and getting some sun, getting some steps in, walking around. I don't always have to go to the gym. I don't mind walking around my complex and all that stuff. So I'm excited about it. I haven't signed up for no, what is that? 5Ks or nothing like that. Cause I'm just like, look, I'm happy if I can just get my tail outside and walk the dog. Okay. And I got to take baby steps. So y'all let me know in the comment section, comment, what are y'all doing this spring and summer to get your activity in? What are you doing to get your water in? What are you doing to stay motivated? Okay. Get out the bed. All right. Let's start there. All right, y'all. So let's go on. Also, like I said, drop a comment. Also, go to my website if you want to be a member or a guest host on my show. Okay, you want to sign up for the podcast workshop? Go ahead and go to my website. All right. Other than that, you make sure you drop a comment. Now, let's talk about peace in the midst of chaos. Let me tell you, Pastor Davis, shout out to my pastor at New Prospect Missionary Baptist Church. He preached a sermon yesterday, shout out to Pastor Davis, called Peace in Complexity. Okay, Peace in Complexity. And he did it, yesterday. I went to the 10 o'clock service. And one of the things he talked about is peace in the midst of chaos. That really stuck with me. Can I really just put a pin in there for a second? Peace in the midst of chaos. Y'all, I don't know how y'all, I'm telling you, I can't blame this on why I have not lost more weight or haven't accomplished certain things that I want to. We'll talk about that in a little bit. But I have been dealing with a lot of people in my circle, my life, professionally, personally, that just are walking Tasmanian devil of chaos. And I'm trying to be so polite. I'm talking about where these people come in just spinning out of control. They just spinning with so much chaos. Like, I'm talking about where you trying to be like, breathe in and breathe out. And these people are just like coming in, talking crazy. These are the folks where when you park, like in a parking lot, like way off by yourself, I mean, there's so many I'm podcasting, Mom. You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm dealing with? Mama said, "Excuse me." You gotta love my mother. It's like you're trying to have peace, and there's so many distractions. You know what I'm saying? You are trying to take a breather, trying to breathe in and out, and everybody's like, "Hello, hello, wee, 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 hello, hello." It is not always negative, dysfunctional, folks. It's just everyday thing. You know, people when you done told them you need some silent time or you need to be quiet. They're the ones that email you or text you 50 times when you didn't text me when I was available, but you text me. You know, it's also being like I work a very fast paced, stressful kind of job where I literally have like 10 to 12 meetings a day. I kid you not. Some of them are at the same time. Then that's not including the personal stuff dealing with my family, like my immediate family, like my mother. You know, my mother wants some time. My little puppy dog, I don't know where he is. He wants time. Everybody wants to know what you want for dinner. What are you doing on Saturday? What are you doing on Sunday? And it's like you're trying to keep this peace and be like, and you'll be like me trying to burn candles. You'll have a waterfall over here going, and it's still a lot going on. All right. So the thing is, what I've learned is you got to take a pause for the cause. I ain't gonna lie to you. I wasn't even gonna throw up an episode, but I said I owe y'all to be consistent every week, But I'm learning how to set boundaries. I'm learning how to say, hey, y'all, I'm podcasting. Give me some time. Okay, no, I can't go out this weekend. I kid you not, every weekend in April, I got something going on. This past weekend, I had a lot going on. I hosted a breakfast for, the seniors in my sorority. I went to do some work with the Pistons this weekend. Then we had a fundraiser, had church, and then boom, Monday, 12 meetings today. Only reason why I'm able to talk to y'all right now because some of them were canceled. Okay. So you learn how to pivot, take a pause for the cause, and do me time. Then on top of it, last week I had a mammogram done. Now they're telling me they want to do an ultrasound of one of my breasts. I was like, you know what? I am not going to sit up here and get stressed out, scared, crazy. Life be lifing. It's peace in the midst of chaos. You got to have, let me tell you, even besides peace, faith. Faith will get you that peace, y'all. All right. If you just coming to the table, I'm Miss Marjon. Drop a comment, y'all. Please drop a comment. Also go to my website at linktree/Miss Marjon. You will notice some of y'all been coming at me like, Miss Marjon, I've noticed you haven't been as talkative as you usually are. And that is kind of because I have had to take some serious self-care me time. I have learned through all these invitations of events, and especially like funerals and wakes and memorials, you got to take some time for you. And sometimes it's not about going to the spa or going to the gym. It's just sitting right here in your room, in your space, and just sitting here and breathing. I'm telling you, y'all, when the doctor called me and said they want me to come and do an ultrasound of my breast, I wasn't feeling too well about that. And then it's not even today. It's like Wednesday or Thursday. I'm just like, people are just doing their own thing. Another thing I want to bring up is, have you noticed that when you going through stuff, when you're trying to have that peace in the midst of chaos, so many people are going through other things too. So good luck trying to unload your stuff on other people. All right. That's why you got to have that peace inside. You got to have that relationship with God, because I'm telling you, people and life will have you on a crazy roller coaster ride. All right, y'all. So, y'all, I just gave you that 60-pound challenge update. We just talked about peace in the midst of what? Chaos. Now, let's spend the rest of this time talking about real talk, unanswered questions, and conflicting situations. Y'all know if you've been rocking with me with this podcasting for a while, y'all, I am telling you, I have been going through it with this right here. And I just want to give a shout out to all of you. I see Ginger Parham on there, Rocky Harris. I know she's a podcaster here doing my sister in the game. Thank you, Rocky. That means a lot. Prayers for favorable results. I'm telling you, y'all, it's getting to the point where I just do, my routine yearly or monthly exams and stuff, and I just be going on. I'm just like, I am not going to worry about the craziness of this world. Let me tell y'all something real quick before we talk about unanswered questions and conflicting situations. Have y'all noticed that you could spend almost all of your day worrying about other folks before you worry about yourself? And then when you factor all that in, you are literally about nuts. There is a reason. I don't know the stats, but I am sure there is an astounding, plummeting whatever number of people who are probably not doing well now. And you can blame it on the president, you can blame it on the elected officials and all that, but let's just be or COVID. And yes, that may have contributed to it in its own way. No shade on nobody, but I'm telling you, that's why you got to have your own relationship with yourself and God. Because when stuff is popping off, hitting you upside the head, you got to be able to be like, you know what? I can't. I'm going to stay in my lane. I am telling you, in the past first quarter and this month alone, I have learned how to let stuff go. I have stopped trying to keep up with the Joneses. I have stopped trying to figure out why things are the way they are. Now, real talk. Let's talk about unanswered questions and conflicting situations. When I say real talk, unanswered questions, can I be real with some of y'all right now? Okay. There are some things I'm just really struggling with when it comes to God. I am a Christian, no doubt. I'm not sitting up here saying I don't believe in God and so forth. You know what I'm saying? And shout out, Jaquez. I'm down 65 pounds, girl. I'm telling you, that's inspiration right there. Give it up, right, girl. Yes, 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 yes. You got to have your own worship with God. Yes, Rocky. But let me tell you, unanswered questions. It's sometimes some seasons, and I'm going through it right now, where I am just sitting up here writing down, journaling, calling out to God about certain things. And I just feel like God is just like got me on hold. Like that operator that you wait for you call the person, they're like, or you call the, place a food order and they're like, please hold. I feel like that's God right now. He's telling me, please hold. It's not a yes, it's not a no, it's just please hold. It's not even a maybe. There are some things I'm like, God, I'm not understanding what's going on right now. Like, there are some things that I'm like, if I pull out a Bible, I promise you I could find some scripture to plead my case. I could be like an attorney, Jaquez. I could, y'all know, I could get on there and plead my case like, Lord, this ain't right. This stuff going on in my life right now ain't right. This is in this, chapter and this verse. And God is like, shh, just hold on, be patient. Y'all, pray for me. There has been times I have quoted scripture to God like, look, God did not give me the spirit of fear, but of love, power, and a sound mind. And right now, I'm not feeling no love. I'm not feeling no power. And I sure ain't feeling no self-control or discipline. And still crickets. There are some other situations to piggyback on top of that where I'm having conflicting situations, where I'm looking at other people like, where they do that at? How they getting all this? And I'm sitting up here going to church every Sunday. I'm reading my Bible. Hell, I'm going a step further and doing Bible study with myself. Okay. I'm not waiting for Bible study at a church. I'm doing it every morning at 5 and 6 in the morning, y'all. And I'm sitting up here looking at other people like, what's going on? Why they getting what they want? Let's be real. Let's real talk. Stop all this. Well, be patient. Those who wait on the Lord will renew their strength. And you get to the point where you're like, I'm tired. I am weary. Yeah, weeping may endure at night, but guess what? I'm still crying come morning time. So I know people are like, just stay encouraged, girl. You know, just write that vision down, girl. I done wrote the vision down so many times the pen is dead. The ink is just dried up. All right, y'all. And I'm here to tell you, but on the flip side, no, I'm not giving up. No, I'm not, saying there's no God. No, I believe there's a God. I do believe, however, in this second quarter in April, that this is a test of serious faith. Have y'all not noticed that it's easy to say you got faith? Things are, I believe in God when things are going great. When the money's coming, the opportunities are just piling up, and you got a man or whatever your goal is, it's just coming through. You're getting phone calls. In fact, you done made, whether it's with your clients or you're looking for a job or whatever, you got a promotion, stuff is just coming through, right? Like floodgates. It's easy to be like, I believe in God. But what about when you're getting a call that this opportunity, no, decline? Well, what about this that I was trying to do on this little hustle? Decline. Or now I gotta wait till Wednesday to get an ultrasound. When I'm like, okay, decline. Or you gotta wait. It's like unanswered questions and conflicting situations. There is no glass of wine, no glass of liquor, no kind of vaping utensil or instrument or cigarette could ever help you. I'm not, no judgment on those of y'all who do that kind of stuff. But I'm just learning. I am literally, and I'm gonna say something for those of y'all know who I'm real. Can I be real with all of y'all? I feel like I have just pooped my pants and I'm just sitting in it. Smelly and all. Squishy and all. All right. That's real talk. That's the best way to really define how I feel right now. Like I just feel like I have literally put on a Depend, pooped my pants and other stuff, and I'm just sitting in it. And there ain't nothing I can do about it. It's like I gotta wait. I gotta wait. What am I waiting on? I have no clue, but I'm just waiting. I have no control right now. I'm just waiting. And so, for those of you who are going through that, what is the encouragement, right? Because you're probably waiting, like, Marjon, where is this going? You just sometimes got to sit in it and still have that faith, still have that motivation. I know good and well I don't want to go back to the weight that I used to be. I am literally only about 20 pounds from when I was the lowest that I got when I had the gastric bypass surgery 2 years ago. But since then, I've lost a boyfriend, the brain cancer. I've dealt with these crazy job assignments, and I'll leave that at that, to the point of where it's went to the point of almost going to court, you know, filing, whatever. You know what I'm saying? I'll leave it at that because we're still in the process. Now dealing with working a job that's very fast paced and very demanding. Dealing with people who rely on me and always looking for me to be their cheerleader. But when I need somebody, it's like crickets. And I'm here to tell you I'm still standing. I'm still sitting in my poopy Depends. Because I know eventually I'm going to take them off, take a shower, get some wipes, and I'm going to wipe all that beep out. All right. I'm still doing the podcasting. It's so hard to give up on things that you love, especially when things are not going the way that you want them to, right? So, y'all, I encourage you all, if there is something that is unanswered, that's conflicting in your life, don't give up. Just keep moving forward. In the Bible, in Genesis, it talked about Lot when they left Sodom and Gomorrah, that his wife looked backwards and turned into a pillar of salt. You can't look back if you're trying to move forward. So be like Lot, move forward. And here's the cool thing. If you study the Bible, like I've been studying the books of the Bible since January 1st, And what I've noticed is the Bible is filled with so many imperfect, crazy, chaotic people that God used to make, for a purpose. He didn't use perfect people. He could have created perfect people, but even his own disciples had issues, situations. But the thing is, the vision has always been the same, and that is to call, to the great what? The great calling, the great message of bringing others to Christ, right? That's all. It has never changed. It's always been the same. Now, you may have different ways of doing it, and that's why this is my ministry. This is my therapy. Y'all, I haven't been to therapy in a while, and it's crazy because my therapist was like, well, just call me when you're ready to come back. And I took that as a compliment because you know what? I started noticing that I was going there and just rambling. I wasn't even doing the homework no more, y'all. I was just sitting on the couch, just like, girl, let me tell you what happened this week, and not dealing with what happened last week. So now I'm learning I got to do the work. If I want to see the rest of this weight fall off, I got to go to a gym or do some walking. I got to drink this water. I got to stay motivated doing the podcasting. This is my therapy. Okay. I didn't do it yesterday. I almost said the heck with this today, but I was like, nope. You heard my mother calling me downstairs. I was like, look, I'm podcasting. I love you. Setting boundaries, y'all. So with that, y'all, I love you. You know, there ain't nothing you can do about it. Hey, we covered so much, y'all. But here's the thing, y'all. I'm Miss Marjon. Make sure you follow me on social media. Make sure you go to my website. But last but not least, I want to also talk about the podcast workshop. Sign up now. A lot of y'all were like, did you have a QR code? It didn't work. You're right. It didn't. Oh, well. Life be life. That's what I'm talking about. Chaos. AI create me a QR code. It didn't even work. Okay. Didn't even realize until somebody told me they tried to use it. I was like, well, use the website. They were like, but what about the QR code? I was like, what part of the website you don't understand? Just use the website. Still didn't sign up. So my whole point is it's no shade. Hey, I'm not being petty. There's the website. If you want to sign up, is it going to cost a little? We ain't here to break the bank. But the purpose of the podcast workshop is to show those who want to get into podcasting how to launch their own podcast. All right. So please, we've got amazing resources, places you can go and use to get your podcast set up here in the Metro Detroit area. Hey, if you're not in Metro Detroit area, there's ways you can do it like I'm doing it here at home on StreamYard. I will teach you how to do all that stuff. If you're like, I have no money, we'll work with you. Some of you are like, well, money's not a problem. I just don't have time. We'll work with you. Just go sign up. It's an interest form. You don't have to pay right now. Just sign up. Some of y'all that's the problem. We want too many doggone details. Just sign up. For God's sakes. All right. Well, I love you, y'all. That's my time. And I just pray y'all have a blessed week. All right. Keep in mind, y'all, let's get on this 60-pound challenge. If y'all got more weight to lose, let's do it. I can. Watch me. It's due season. Also, remember, have peace in the midst of chaos. There's a lot of chaos going on in this world. And like I said, you can blame it on everybody from the president to your neighbor. It's still going to be there. So you got to have peace within inside. And also unanswered questions and conflicting situations. It's like sitting in a dirty diaper. But guess what? Change is going to come. You be the change that you want to be, right? All right, y'all. So take care. I love you. I love all of y'all that's been making your comments in the comment section. I love you. Thank you so much for your thoughts and prayers. And until next time, hey, peace. Peace, y'all. Peace, y'all.